All right, so get this. Anthropic, the AI company, they're doing some really cool stuff. They just dropped this announcement, and it's kind of a big deal. They're tackling this challenge, how to make sure AI has the right information, like right when it needs it.
It's almost like, when you have like a really powerful computer, but then it can't even find like its own files.
Mm-hmm.
All that power, but it can't really use the information.
Yeah, exactly. It's like trying to bake a cake, but you're missing like a key ingredient. And that's what this whole contextual retrieval thing is all about. They actually they put out this blog post about it.
And they basically want to make AI way smarter about how it uses knowledge bases. So instead of just having, a ton of data, they want the AI to actually understand like the connections between different pieces of information.
Oh, so it's like instead of just throwing a bunch of facts at the AI, hoping that it like figures it out, it's more about teaching it to connect the dots.
Exactly. Like imagine you're a detective, right?
Mhm.
And you've got like mountains of evidence, witness statements, you name it. The key to solving the case isn't just having it. It's knowing which clues matter most and how they fit together, right?
Okay, so it's like AI detective work, but why is that so hard for AI? Can't it just like search for keywords or something?
Yeah, you'd think so, but it's actually way more complicated than that. So a lot of AI uses this method called retrieval augmented generation,
Mm.
RAG for short.
Okay.
But the thing is, RAG, it often misses crucial context. And Anthropic actually pointed this out in their blog post.
So it's like I'm trying to like follow those assembly instructions, but someone like ripped out page 3. I have all these pieces, but no idea how they go together.
100%. And that's exactly what Anthropic wants to fix. It's all about giving AI that missing page 3
Yeah.
automatically so every piece of information actually makes sense.
Okay, so Anthropic is basically giving AI like context superpowers or something, but how do they even do that? That just seems, I don't know, really hard to teach a computer.
Oh, it definitely is a huge challenge, but their solution is kind of cool. Remember that whole detective thing we were talking about? So contextual retrieval,
Mm.
it's like giving that AI detective the ability to like not only find those missing pages, but also to automatically create them for basically every piece of info.
Whoa, okay, hold on. Creating context on the fly. How does that work?
All right, so think of it this way. When you're reading something really long and complicated, don't you ever like highlight the most important sentence in each paragraph just to help you remember the key point?
Yeah, it's like I'm making my own little summaries.
Yes,
Ah.
exactly. So contextual retrieval basically does that, but on a way bigger scale. They call it contextual embeddings. Basically, it's like attaching a little summary to every single piece of information that the AI has in its knowledge base, like creating a cheat sheet for the AI.
Okay, so instead of just having some random fact like this company's revenue grew by 3%, the AI also has this little note that's like Acme Corp Q2 2023 revenue up 3% compared to last quarter.
You got it. It gives it that really important context. So it actually knows like the who, what, when, where of that information.
Mhm.
And there's more. The second part of this is something called contextual BM25. So if those little summaries are like cheat sheets, this is like putting little tabs on those cheat sheets.
Okay.
And each tab helps the AI zero in on exactly what it needs.
So our detective, instead of having to go through this huge file, they have this like perfectly organized system where they can just pull out any clue instantly.
Yes.
Precisely. Contextual BM25 lets the AI pinpoint that most relevant information based on keywords, but also the context. And get this, Anthropic isn't even creating those summaries and tabs themselves. They're using AI to do it.
Wait, hold on. So it's like a AI inception. AI is creating context for other AI to use. Kind of. They're using their own large language model, which is like ChatGPT, to automatically generate all those contextual summaries and tags.
Mm.
And that's what makes this all work on a huge scale. You don't need a bunch of people to sit there and organize everything.
My mind is officially blown. So they're basically teaching AI to teach itself. But the real question is, does it actually work? Okay, so this all sounds really cool in theory, but in practice, does it actually work? Like, is this AI actually getting things right?
That's the really exciting part. It actually does work. Like the results are kind of amazing.
Okay, but amazing doesn't really tell me much. Do you have any like concrete examples? How much better are we talking, really?
Numbers. Let's talk numbers. One of the things they measure is what they call the retrieval failure rate.
Huh?
So like how often the AI just completely misses the mark when it's trying to find some information.
So it's like when you search for something online and you get all those completely random results.
Yeah, exactly. That's a retrieval failure.
We've all been there.
So with traditional systems, that failure rate might be, I don't know, around 30%, give or take, depending on how complex the task is.
Okay.
But with contextual retrieval, they've gotten that down to like 10% or even less in some cases.
Wow, that's like way better. So this AI is like 3 times more likely to understand what you're looking for.
Think about it this way. Imagine if we had AI assistants that actually got what you needed instead of spitting out answers based on random keywords.
No more like going back and forth with those chatbots that just don't understand.
Right. Think about customer service or tech support even. Imagine getting help from a chatbot and he actually understands your problem right away.
That would be a game changer.
Or even just in education, right? Imagine
Ugh.
having an AI tutor that could pull up the perfect information from like textbooks or even old research papers. Anything, really.
It'd be like having like a personal research assistant with you at all times. That's incredible. So it's
Yeah.
more accurate, more efficient, basically just more helpful. This feels like a huge step forward in like how AI actually works.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anthropic is really paving the way for AI that can understand information and use it
Yeah.
in a way that, I don't know, we haven't really seen before. It's definitely a really interesting time to be keeping up with AI, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, huge thanks to our expert for breaking it all down for us. For everyone listening, if you want to learn more about the more technical side of contextual retrieval, we'll be sure to link to Anthropic's blog post in the show notes. And let us know what you think. How do you think this tech could change your world? Until next time, happy diving.